Hey guys, welcome to Angie and Amy Reacts.
Be sidekick.
Yeah, yes, I did notice that. I noticed she had commented on my channel. We were talking about Kayla Zach. I don't know if I'm saying it right or not, but that's who we were talking about before we came on. Hi, Joanne. Joanne, that's okay. I need to write your name down. I forgot. I was going to put you on the ticker tonight. The ticker is the thing that's on the bottom of the screen. Since you became a member, I'm going to put your name up there too, if you don't mind. But I couldn't remember. I was on here already, and I couldn't remember the exact name. So I need to write that down. So, hello, everybody. Nikki, Nicole, Nikita, Day, Kim, Jennifer, Kimberly, Warrior Princess, John. How are you doing? How is everybody doing tonight? My friends, my friends. Angie and the foreign lady. Her name is Amy.
I'm glad you know.
Wow.
The other channel, the foreign lady.
Oh,
Ian, so get it right.
Hey, Jody, Greta. Oh, twerking's in the house.
I've been practicing my twerking for you. Twerking.
Yeah.
Hi. How are you?
Janet, Jacqueline, and Dan. Hello. Jojo.
I know, Sharon. I know you're just shit.
Yeah.
Bloody
so
hell.
Sharon, hey Jeb, hey, you know what? I love your channel. I went and checked that channel out, and I've never really got into your videos, like really watched them. And I've watched a few, but y'all have got to check her channel out, guys. I'm not sure how to post your link. I'm not too computer savvy, So, but if you know how to post it, I can make you a mod so you can post it real quick if you want to do that, so people can go subscribe to your channel. And hey, you can do that too, Amy.
Hey?
You can post your link to your channel on the chat too. You know that?
Yep, I could do that. Yep.
Yeah, so people can just go right to it and go subscribe. Hey, Jim Bob, how are you doing there?
G'day, mate. What's up, buttercup?
So after a while, crocodile. No.
Yeah.
Hey, wasn't that guy that used to fight the alligators? Didn't he used to live in Australia, right? What was his name?
Steve Irwin. Crocodile.
Yes, crocodile hunter. Yes.
Yeah, now his kids do it. Well, his son.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, his son looks exactly like him. They've still got the place where they do it up in Queensland, wherever. Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Kay. Thank you. Oh, Jennifer, Bob,
Hi,
Jennifer Morgan. Thank you for stopping by. Hey, Mama Piggy, haven't seen you in a while. Oh, Hercules, you're a new subscriber. I'm not gonna forget you. Hercules.
So, we're opening up. Back to a bit of normalcy. Hearing Amy say, "Oh."
Do I sound like I'm in a tunnel? Okay, hold on. It's my mic. Hold on. I gotta fix it. So, Amy, you can talk.
Okay. Hi, Tracy. How are you? Yeah, was that him, Deb? I've seen so you know how I get up early, guys. I'm always up at 2:00 in the morning, and then my phone was going off with all the notifications that they found that Brian Laundrie's stuff and probably his so he was a coward in the end. I was sure he wouldn't be that. I thought he'd be too cowardly to do it. But he did it, huh? Hi, team. How are you, beautiful lady? Not much, Dan. We're about to go lockdown for a little bit. Because we've been in lockdown forever. So we're going to start being able to do a little bit of stuff. So fingers crossed, we'll see how long it lasts. Hi, Mama Piggy. Technical difficulties.
Now let's see here.
Did you hear about that, Angie?
There we go. Can y'all hear me better now? Do I sound
Yeah.
better?
That's heaps better.
Okay. My microphone wasn't hooked up. Okay, now what happened? Yes, you're locked down?
No, yeah, I was just saying, I was talking about that, and then they that Brian Laundrie's remains. I bet that's all over the news over there, is it?
Yes, it is. It is. I seen that. They found him on a whole bunch of rocks, or they found someone. I don't know if it was his. Did they say it was his?
I don't know. I think they're saying it was his stuff in that with it. So
wow.
I think they're just speculating at the moment until you know, they got to do DNA testing and all that, autopsy and all that sort of stuff. But yeah.
Well, I wonder if do you really think that, I mean, there is a chance that he didn't kill her, you know?
Oh, rubbish, Angie.
You don't think?
Oh my God.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, you know, I don't know, but
if you're innocent, why would you not speak to the police?
I know. I know.
Makes sense. Hi, Hercules. It doesn't make sense. And thank you, Christine. I can't wait for you to join. It just doesn't make sense for an innocent person to behave like that. Like, oh, if, you know, they're meant to be sowing love, I'd be helping the police and messaging her family, talking to
that's true. Yeah.
Not
running and hiding. He ran and hid, and that made him look even guiltier, you know? If he wasn't guilty, he should have spoke up and said, hey, you know, I'm not guilty and I'm going to say something about it. You know, I know if someone was accusing me, I would step up and say, hey, you know,
helping doing everything to help this person that you supposedly love so much and engaged to marry. Yeah, he definitely killed her. They just, or the boyfriend or partner, or, you know, and especially how he behaved. It's,
Angel Lap says there's a chance Maddie doesn't lie either. That was funny.
Well, guys, you're really impressed. I've been doing a lot of research. So probably my research will be finished on Friday your time, and very in-depth research. You hear this. Angie knows a bit about it, but very in-depth research. Should be good.
Yes, it will be very good. Very good. Coming Friday. So, y'all have got to watch.
Yeah, they found a body as well and his stuff. So they're just going to have to, you know, do all DNA testing and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, interesting.
Hey, do y'all want to hear my theory on Maddie's new apartment thing? I was going to make a video about it. Actually, I did make a video about it, but I didn't post it. Yeah, I did. Because you know what? I mean, she says she got low-income housing. It takes years to get low-income housing. How in the world does she just all of a sudden get low-income housing in 2 days? And then if it was low-income housing, why would she have to pay to? I mean, I just don't understand. She's just lying, and she's making her lies even bigger. And then the next lie is going to be she needs furniture for her apartment. Then she's going to need food, groceries. But then no one's ever going to see the apartment. You know, no one's ever going to see that she actually got the apartment. She could show a key of anything. She could pick a key up off the street and say, here's the key to my apartment. And people will believe her. That's what's sad. And you know, something else, she has to have income to get even get in an apartment.
Well, she gets plenty of income, just not proper.
Well, I mean, you know, you have to have proof of income. Like, you know, you have to have proof of income. You have to have proof of employment. You have to have, you know, ID, Social Security cards. You have to have your stuff, you know, and she's home. I just don't understand it.
There's Venmo and PayPal.
I know, right? Yeah. Hey, but you know what? I got a message from PayPal this morning, and PayPal is actually going to start counting. The IRS is going to start counting PayPal as a source of income. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, technically it is, isn't it? Technically, when people, you know, it's income that they're spending, and so yeah, that might backfire on it. Really, you know what I mean? If you use that, well, if you really, because I've been really listening to these lives, and it's doing my head in, but you know, my research and all. And actually, on one of the lives, I think it was the third last one I watched, she said they were talking about the housing, and she said that's even if I go. So like, people just hear what they want to hear, and listening to, she said, that's even if I go. So, I don't know. I think it's.
I just don't understand. She's just going to leave Gerald. Gerald knows nothing about this. Nothing. He's like in the dark about it. She's just going to leave him in the dust after he's been there with her this whole time, you know. But everybody's saying that Gerald has a girlfriend. What is that about? I mean,
well,
you know,
who knows? They might have just an open relationship, just of
convenience. Well, I mean, yeah, it might be.
People. And she shot herself in the foot because she actually said that she had that money for the deposit, and comes on stage because she said she had money left over from the day before. So she just lies on lies on lies.
Yeah, she does.
And you know, because I've been writing down what she's saying, she contradicts herself constantly. And then when people try and talk about it, or when she starts getting that money, when she goes ding, SMSing straight away. Oh, I've got to go, guys. My battery's really low. Promise I'll be back on later on. Does she ever come back later? No.
Like she did her dinner last night.
Oh, everyone in the chat's going, Maddie, have you eaten this morning? And she's like, no, I haven't eaten. And they go, one of her mods, one of the big enablers is like, come on, guys, let's get some money together so Maddie can eat today. Come on, guys. And everyone's like, anything you need for your apartment, we've got to, and someone's saying, I'll buy you all the kitchen stuff. And the other person's saying, I'll buy this and I'll buy that. And I'm thinking, this has got me thinking, why is Maddie different to any other drug addict out there? Like, these people probably walk past drug addicts on the street all day, every day, and just, you know, their faces up. Why is Maddie so special? And it got me thinking. Now, if you look through Tom's videos of Maddie, you know, some software they put their name and prostitute or their name and fentanyl addict. On this one, on Tom's, you'll find it's always trying to garner sympathy for her, like Maddie, dope sick. What's some other ones? Maddie says thanks for all her thoughtful gifts. Two of the best people I've ever met, Maddie.
Right, I know.
You know what I mean?
That's what was wrong with Maddie this morning, is Maddie was dope sick. And did you see the fake tears? And then she had the nerve to lie on Gerald's grandfather, saying that he was paralyzed and he likes her. He doesn't even want her around.
Yeah, right. I know.
Exactly. She was so, oh, guys, you know, yesterday she was so upbeat. Yeah, this is going to be so good. Can't wait to get into my place. Today she's like, the last live I watched, she's like, oh, guys, I just don't want to go back. Oh, I just can't stand it. And like big pity party. Then you hear Maddie coming in, cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. And then she's like,
oh, yeah.
Walking in the shops. I promise I'll come back on later. I just gotta go now. Bye.
Did you see the tears though? Did you see the tears?
I just like, it's just like,
yeah, the tears, the fake crocodile tears. Yeah,
exactly.
Maddie, Academy Award winner, Maddie.
Yes.
Yeah, she's good. But her following, for real, are these people that gullible? I stay on her on I'm probably the only person that they don't mute or that they haven't kicked out. And probably because of the things I've said to her. And I'm not showing my face for a reason. I will talk to you later, Angie.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm not showing my face for a reason. But Maddie's whole, it's a conspiracy that she's running, and she's doing this trying to hurt people, and she's getting further and further into her lies. She's getting further and further into her drug addiction, because the more money that these people send her, the more drugs she's doing.
Yep.
And they don't see how you're destroying her. She looks horrible. The girl has aged 40, 50 years in just a matter of months.
Yep.
And nobody can see this.
You look so good today, Maddie. Oh, wow.
Yes. I know. You're so beautiful.
Beautiful girl. Really?
Oh my God.
Yeah, she could be beautiful if she would just, you know, she was pretty when she first started out, you know. She was a pretty girl, but what makes her ugly is her attitude.
Exactly.
You know, that makes her the ugliest person on earth.
Exactly.
Have you noticed how she snaps at Gerald a lot now? And she also blames Gerald every time she can't get money or every time the money is not coming in. Have you noticed how she'll say, oh, he's got an attitude with me now. What's wrong with him? I don't understand, because she wants people to turn against him and feel sorry for her.
Yep.
Exactly. That's spot
Yep.
on. Exactly. Her manipulation is spot on. She can manipulate people just like that.
Just like that. Yep.
And they fall for it. I'm like, I just want to shake these people and say, open your bloody eyes. Are you serious? Like, this is a hustle if I've ever seen a bloody hustle. You know what I mean?
Well, I had someone come on here and comment yesterday and said it was actually my fault that I'm bringing her down even more by doing these videos and making these videos about her. And this is someone.
What you're doing. I'm sorry, Angie. Let me speak, please.
Yeah, go ahead.
What you are doing, what you and Sharon are doing, Sharon V, what all three of you ladies are doing, you are enlightening people who don't know the scams. You are enlightening them of the scams that they're running. That's what you're doing. You are helping save other people, because if you look in their chats, people are saying, where I heard in this room, where I heard in this room on this panel, this and I heard that. So why should I believe you? You're putting doubt into people's minds, and you're saving people from sending her money.
Yeah, that's what I believe too. I believe that. I actually believe that we have slowed it down a lot. I mean, we really have.
Go hard. Go hard.
Yeah.
If you don't go hard, I'm going to start a channel and I'm going to go hard, because I got a surprise for her. Okay, I can either support you and your channel and Sharon's channel, or either you can go hard and I'll go with you, or either I'm going to go hard by myself.
So we all need to get.
I prefer you two. Okay, I prefer to back you. Okay, because it's ridiculous.
It is.
Okay,
it is. People work hard for their money.
Exactly. And somebody just said, a man said, Ryan, I think it was today. He said, I just got all of my stimulus money. He said, and if I had got it a week later, I would have gave you the $100 just to keep you quiet.
Yeah. I saying that.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, okay. He said, but I'm broke. I paid all my bills.
Yep.
Okay. And I'm like, how many people is it out here that doesn't understand? Because the lady that Sharon had on her panel, listening to her, she would have been one that would have gave Maddie money. Okay, I mean, she didn't understand the severity of this drug, you know,
and enabling it. Yes,
exactly. They don't understand. You're killing her. You're not helping her.
Even giving someone clothes, giving someone a cigarette, giving a drug addict a pair of shoes, that's enabling them. You can't enable them, no way and no how. I mean, because if you do, they're not ever going to hit that rock bottom. She's never going to do it, because she's always got income coming in. That's just the way it is.
My brother he's a recovering drug addict right now. Okay. And I fought for years and years, taking care of him, bringing him home when he's down at rock bottom, feeding him, clothing him, giving him money, sending him to rehab for him to come home and do the same thing over again. When I realized what I was doing, I stopped. He called me and I said, there's nothing I can do for you. I love you. I will be here for you when you get clean. But until then, there's nothing I can do for you. Don't call me until you are in rehab somewhere. My brother went to rehab, and thank God he's clean.
Yeah.
Thank God. Yep.
Because he wouldn't, as long as I would have kept feeding him money, kept feeding him food, he wouldn't have he ended up sleeping in a tent, and he didn't like it.
Yep.
So it's either you sleep in a tent by yourself in the rain, in the cold, or either you go to rehab and get help.
Thank you. Yep. That's the way it is. That's what my husband did to me too. He left my ass sitting in jail. He told me, you're going to sit there and you're going to dry out, you know,
and that's love. That's love.
Yeah.
I was a poor lady, I forget where I read it on. She was on Maddie's live, and she was in a domestic violence situation. So she had to leave, and she was pregnant, and she was writing her story in the live, and straight away they blocked her because they didn't want anyone helping her, giving her money.
I saw that.
How disgusting is that?
Yeah, I saw that.
Blocked her. I thought that was disgusting. So Maddie doesn't anyone. Oh, cute.
Hello, hello,
Hey,
hello, hello.
Quincy. How are you?
Can y'all
Hi.
hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yep.
All right, cool. Yeah, y'all know I ain't technology savvy yet. I'm still working on it. But no, I was talking to people in the chat while y'all were just now chatting. And then Amy, I know I spoke to you a bit. I know I've been reaching out to you, Amy, Angie, but I know you be super busy, so I won't really press about it. But I know I spoke with Amy the other day during the chat that I was in, and something came up that I really, really, really feel like I needed to point out. And then I had an opportunity to talk to uh, a girl named Kimmy. She's got a chat as well, and
Yes,
she's
yes,
in Detroit. She's local in Detroit.
yes.
So I've been talking to her hard for like the last 48 hours. And I pointed out something that she sat down and she did her research. And what I pointed out, a lot of people had not opened up their eyes to, which is what I was explaining to you, Angie, that I told you that I got some info that I really, really, really feel like that you'll end up fucking with. So keep this. And I'm gonna do this real, real, real quick because I know y'all got y'all chat and you know I'll talk for days. I don't mind. But all right, this is how it goes. Notice how when Gerald's on live, there's never a moderator. Ever. You always notice that?
Exactly. I
Yep.
do.
All right, hold
Me
on.
too.
Just
Hey,
I just
Angie.
wanted to make sure that you noticed that. All right. There's never a mod, ever, whenever
Hey,
he's
Angie.
there. Now I want you to go back and lo and behold, and then that still irks my soul with fire burning from my ass about the whole N-word comment, but the clip from the N-word comment that she had.
Mm-hmm.
She had the whole conspiracy and the whole lashing out and conversation with one of her donators, quote unquote, or whatever the case may be. You notice how there was never a mod during the actual confrontation, but no sooner she said it, if you go back and you go with your, I don't think you can see now, but y'all know I'm the type of person I screenshot shit, I write shit down. I got a 3-subject notebook just with their name on it. So it's funny because after she said the N-word comment, the two mods that she had, Gina, quote unquote, and Crystal, quote unquote, they spammed the shit out of the comments. So that way, the conversations that she was having and all the negative comments, because the negative comments were coming in quicker than they could delete, they
Mm-hmm.
spammed them so that way they could go up in the chat so people wouldn't see them that were just coming in. All right. But then you notice how at the end of that, when they spam the comments, you notice how the first thing that was said during the break of silence was, yo, Maddie, come here. And then that was from Gerald, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Yes.
Right.
All right. But when he said that, you notice how the moderators stopped commenting.
Yes.
So piece what I just said just now together and piece what I just said in the beginning together. Now you go and you go look at the conversation that she had today. I was sitting there. I made sure to get my little donuts with the sprinkle, and I said, I'm ready for this one. You feel me? So I was sitting there laying down, watching the live or whatever the case may be. I pulled it up on the big screen TV and everything. I didn't want to miss nothing. You feel me? So first thing I was saying was I was ripping her a new asshole for not going live on the mukbang thing or whatever. And like I said, I
Yeah.
try to keep it as neutral as possible because I don't want to be the person to get deleted from her
Yeah.
chat. I
Yeah.
still want my words to be able to be reached to
Heard.
somebody, but
Yeah.
I'm that type of person. I try to be as subliminal as possible, but I'm also that person. I pay attention to every single thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
If notice, Gerald, fact, I do believe this. I do believe this. Gerald was not necessarily with his grandfather, quote unquote, but what I will say is in the beginning of the live this morning, Gerald was not in her presence. Therefore, he did not know that she was live per se. When he did not know that she was live at the beginning, you notice how there was never a moderator in that chat. She was on live for 37 minutes before she got back to Gerald. Mind you, she went on a buffering, quote unquote, break. The buffering break was for 8 minutes and 47 seconds. That's a hell of a long drug buy from a drug dealer. You feel me? So she either had a mix up with a bag or she had an issue with doing her dope this morning. You can tell she was sick because she took longer than what she typically does if she went on a regular break. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but what is funny about that is you notice how in the live she said, all right, I'm about to come up. Oh, there goes Gerald. No, as soon as she said that, literally like 60 seconds to a minute or so after that, both, not just one moderator, but both the moderators showed up at the same time. So, like I said, me being the person that I am, I went, and this is on public record. You can look up her name. You can look up her government name.
Yeah.
You can look up her government name.
It pulls up everything. Yeah.
You notice how with YouTube, this is where she's careless. With YouTube, and I think this is where the OCD in me kind of kicks in. Mm-hmm. With YouTube, you have to be verified. You have to have a green check beside your name in order to be able to go live. That's something I've learned. I've looked at it, so I know that. You have to have a primary email. You have to have a recovery email just in case you get locked out of your account. You also have to have a primary phone number, and you have to have a secondary number as well attached. They have two different devices. Think about that. They got two different devices. So if you think, and you think like I think, they got the device that Maddie's using. Where the fuck is the other device?
Gerald
Why
has
can't
it.
we never?
Exactly.
Okay. I'm hold on, wait. I'm glad you said that. I'm so glad you just said that. This is where I shocked the shit out of Kimmy, and she was super impressed on the investigation that I had done just from Central Virginia. You know what I'm saying myself.
Yeah.
So looking at that secondary number, you know how on a regular phone you can have a primary email attached to your typical account that's linked to YouTube, which is Google. And just like me, I had a old Hotmail account which turned to Outlook after a certain time because Hotmail is no longer in existence. Explain to me why they have a Outlook account and they have a Google or a Gmail account that's attached to the same number that's listed as a secondary number, but it's both listed in her first name and last name. So the moral of the story is, and a lot of people is gonna flip the fuck out, but it's gonna make a lot of sense to a lot of people when I say this. Lo and behold, Crystal Waters and Gina F or whoever that may be. Why is that so coincidental that I think that that's Gerald?
You think that Gina
it might be?
Wow.
It's not a mic. It is a fact. Because then I went to go, like I said, me being me. Then I went to go after I talked to Kimmy. And like I said, she was so intrigued. I was like, yo, I'm really fitting to like drop some super, super duper stuff. So I went and I was like, you got an app to where you can like take an account. Like I said, it might just be the OCD in me, but you got an app to where you can take an account and you can put in a profile picture of an individual. Like if you put in my profile picture, it'll pop up with a bunch of different pictures, you know what I'm saying, of my work and different stuff like that. It'll pull up my name, you know what I'm saying, public point, all information that's accessible if you do a little bit of work. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
exactly. It is. Yes.
explain to me why when you type in Gina, whatever Gina, I got it wrote down, but
Gina
when you
Fey.
type in
Gina.
yeah, so when you type it in, explain to me why it's 97 people that come up for that search. So for a person like you and I, we're not gonna we have a life. We're not gonna sit there and try to regulate who's real between those 97 people. And an addict like Gerald or a manipulator like Gerald's mind, he's like, shit, that's a lot of searches. Well, let me just make up this person because by the time they figure it out, we done got what we need.
Yeah.
Oh, they're the best
So
scam artists there are.
They are.
So,
They are the best scam
Never thought
artists
like
about
I
that.
said,
in
moral of the
Detroit,
story.
Michigan, probably.
Exactly. Can I ask
Wow.
the Mask Queen? Can I ask you a question, Mask Queen?
VV.
Vivi,
Yeah.
can
Is
I
that
ask you a
Nicole?
question?
Is that Nicole?
No,
No, it's
baby. This is
Angel.
Angel.
Oh,
Can
Angel.
I ask Yes, can I ask you a question, sweetie?
Yeah.
I want to understand something. When you were on Sharon's live, you sounded like you had I know we all want to believe that Maddie is going to do the right thing. We all
Right.
want to believe that. But
Right.
in reality, the signs are there to show us that that's not what's happening. So
Right.
let me ask you, what is it that made you believe in her so much that you sounded shocked when different things were brought up? You sounded shocked, like, you really want to believe it. What gives you that? What about her makes you see or want to send her money? Is it just to shut her up? Is it just to
You know what? You honestly, it was on the when she was walking. You remember when she was walking, and she's talking about she wanted to get out. I'm thinking maybe it was sincere when she said she was ready to get out. Like, I don't want to look back. I'm out of here. I don't want to look back. Man, I want to go. And it was almost like a glimmer of hope that maybe this time it's really real. And it seems to
right?
me, I started thinking like, well, maybe I've been watching her since March 2020. And I'm thinking maybe she has hit rock bottom. And I'm like, would she really lie about getting
Yes.
an
Yeah, she
apartment or
would.
Yeah. And let me address
oh
this because I'm so glad that you came on here because I want to address something. Maddie is a master manipulator.
yeah,
Okay. She is a master. She knows how to cry at the right time. She knows exactly what to say. She knows, oh, sweetie, honey, darling, honey, I love you, baby. But then soon as she gets the money, you don't even
right,
get a thank you. You have to
right,
watch her behavior. Not
right,
only do you have to watch her behaviors, you have to listen to the things she say. And see, I'm not putting you down in any way because you have a big heart and I applaud you for that. But please do not let people like her
oh no,
scam you or make
oh
you
no,
think
no,
that
no,
she's some kind of hopeful, because anybody that wants to get clean and that
right,
Can.
wants a
Yep.
better life, the
right,
first thing she's going to do is she's going to want rehab.
Yep.
Not an
exactly,
apartment. An
yeah, well
apartment is not
that's
going to
right,
get her clean. An apartment is not going to get her
Exactly.
clean.
that's what
Okay?
my
Yeah,
husband. You're
I
right.
ain't
You're
gonna lie.
absolutely
Being
right.
being the
I
only
agree. I
person,
agree.
being the
My
person
husband
out of
said that.
everybody
My husband
that's
said
on
that.
the panel here, I will be the first person to say, as being that experienced user, out of all the people that are here, like it wasn't a family member. Like I was that person. I was like we've heard my story here before. So like I said, you hit spot on when you said that. Like it's not a I don't want to get clean or I rather
Yeah.
have a
Right.
I rather be in rehab. When you get sick and tired of being sick and tired, you rather be in rehab and saving your money up for a better life when you get out,
Yes.
Yes.
as
Yes.
Yes.
opposed to
Exactly.
Yes.
being
Yes.
as
Yeah.
opposed to
I'm not
being the
stupid.
person that's gonna go into a nice place and now have another burden to deal with on top of still having to try to find a way to get well every day. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Right, exactly. I'm not
Exactly.
stupid. I didn't send it. My husband was like, "Oh
Like
no."
Oh no,
we
no,
were,
we're not
like I
saying you
said, we
are,
were
but
smart about it.
Yeah,
I
We
know,
were
but
smart about it.
my husband's
Like
like,
I said, y'all have to do, and
"Read it."
Angie, I'm gonna make sure to send you. Like I said, that's why I told you to reach out to me in Facebook Messenger because, like I said, the technology, like I ain't with it. So, but
okay.
if
What
you
is your
reach out to
Facebook?
me, I'm
What is your Facebook
you just
under?
look up my name, Quincy Quincy
Let me write it down. Hold on.
Stewart
Okay.
Stewart. It's got the same profile pictures I got on
Okay.
YouTube. My link for Facebook's on my YouTube. So
Oh, okay. I'll go there and do that when I get
yeah,
off here. I'll
it
listen,
go.
shouldn't
And
be.
I'll
can
send you
I
a
get
message.
everybody that's on this page that's following Angie right now to when you go into Maddie's lives, will you please all report her?
Yeah, oh yes, I
Yeah,
Everybody
understand.
we
report it.
do. Yep,
Good, good,
yep. That's the only way.
good.
I don't think YouTube really cares because she is not
Right,
monetized. You know,
right.
Right,
She's
so
not
but that
Yeah,
can
monetized.
keep her
they
from
don't.
getting
So
monetized.
the only thing that, like I said, talking with, like, we was up until like 2:45 last night trying to figure out a solution. And like I said, that Timmy's in Detroit. I'm here in Central Virginia. So we were trying to figure it out, and we literally talked like through the middle of the night. Like, I'm married, she married, but we want a end result for her. That it's kind of one of those type of things like you believe in Maddie so much, you want to force her to at least see the opportunity that she has.
yeah,
Then if she makes the decision to not follow through with it, well, at least you can say, us as a community, we tried everything possible to get her to a better place in life. You know what I'm saying?
And
So
yeah,
if Maddie is listening, Maddie, I want you to understand one thing. Imagine you say that Angie talks about you and you're her content. That's because we're trying to save you, and not even more than that. We're trying to get you to open your eyes that if you get off the drugs, you will have more than that
more,
little bit of
so much
support.
more. Yes,
Right.
Than that
Oh,
little bit of support.
absolutely.
We all will help you.
yes,
I'll
that's where
let
you
her
that's
help.
where you that's where you gotta be. That's where you gotta be the person to look deep into everything that they do, everything that they say on their live or whatnot, because you would be able to figure it out. Gerald is the one that pays attention to what Angie has going on. The reason why I know that
Exactly.
is because you notice that every time Angie goes off, Gerald always manages to, like tonight, whenever she goes off, I can almost bet my next paycheck he's gonna do a live within the hour. It's gonna be random. He's gonna be rapping and rambling and bumbling and fumbling,
And high.
but he's always gonna say something that's
yeah,
gonna subliminally tag what she had to say or whatever the subject was.
mm-hmm.
Like he slips up. Like I said, like you said, Maddie's smart. Yeah, she is smart, but she's also not. She's not aware of the things that she says as far as the longevity. With dope's not something that you're gonna remember. Things that you say a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. You're not worried about that. You worried about a day-to-day fix. So you're right. She is a smart individual. She's very intelligent. But as far as the stability, as far as the consistency of the situation, that's not her because I've been there. So I know. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But just to let y'all know, and like I said, and when you
Let me ask you a question. Since you say
Mhm.
you've been there, okay,
Yeah,
I'm
I've
curious.
been. I was addicted for 17 years.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah, that's
I,
awesome.
Look,
Yes.
I was addicted. I was addicted for 17 years. I've only been clean for 7 years.
Oh, it
Hey, but
doesn't
that
Yeah.
matter when you
no,
say
it don't
I
matter.
was
You have been
addicted.
clean. Yeah, you was
Yeah.
addicted. That means
Yeah,
that's past tense.
Like
exactly.
I
So
said, I
that's
mean,
worth applauding.
most stuff. I mean, I'm in recovery. That was
yeah.
my way. That was
Okay,
I
now
have
let
some
me ask you a
attitude.
question.
Hmm?
Let me ask you all anybody that's had a drug issue. What was this morning with Maddie about with the sweat? All of a sudden, she started sweating. Then she got fidgety. Then she got irritable. Then she wanted to cry. What was
Yeah.
all of that
That's
about?
that's That's dope
That's
withdrawal.
withdrawal.
That's
Yeah, that's
that's dope
withdrawals.
withdrawals. What happens is when you go through dope withdrawals, you literally have a window. Everybody's different, but the window is a minimum from like a 45-minute gap to like a 3-hour gap. So you have like anywhere from like I say about an hour to 3 hours. You get telltale signs. You'll start with like the yawning, and then the yawning will trigger the watering of the eyes. So she wasn't necessarily crying. It was that her bones were so weak and she was so irritable. Her water ducts in her eyes, they naturally water. Like that's for a person that's going through. That's your receptors telling you in your brain. That's your receptors telling you, I need to get my next fix. I need my next dose because this is about to start. That is the toxins of the dope coming through your pores, and that's where it starts at your water duct. Like I said, the only way I know is because my now wife, she is the charge RN at our methadone clinic. So I know the deep details of it. You know what I mean? As far as the achy bones, as far as the yawning, as far as the stretching, as far as the, like I said, it's not crying, but it's where your eyes start watering. You know, the water ducts in your eyes. That's what
In your
you can't
nose,
control it. Yeah, you can't control it. You start getting the sniffles, and it sounds like you're sick, but you're not. Your stomach, and this is something else
Yeah,
that
she
like
keeps saying her
I told
stomach hurt.
Angie.
Yeah.
Right. I told Angie before.
Yeah. Her tummy.
I told Angie
It's her
before, and
tummy.
a lot of people
She
don't
does. She
know
always
the
says her
drug.
tummy hurt.
A lot of people don't know the drug slang and don't know the drug terminology. But yes, Maddie says that she needs food all the time. She needs food. Can somebody send a couple dollars for food? Can somebody? She's not telling a lie. She is not
My
lying.
brother
When she
never,
says,
my brother never wanted to eat.
listen, when she says food, she's not lying. What you fail to realize and what you're overlooking is the drug slang for food in the heroin market. Heroin is referred to as dog food. So that's her way as manipulating the customers and the people and the enablers out there to be able to go back later down the road and say, I didn't lie to you. I told you I needed food, because heroin is referred to as dog food.
Wow.
Oh, I never
I did
knew
not know that.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know. If you go look it up in Google and you see heroin slang or heroin street terminology. You got H, you got horse, you got train. It's called choo-choo train. But a slang up there in the northern section, like up
What
in
is the bunny?
Detroit and like New York. Say again?
What is the bunny rabbit? A girl kept asking her. A girl said she was homeless, and she kept saying, "Do y'all? How much are y'all's bunny? She said y'all's bunny rabbits up there,
Bundle.
huh?
But dope. It comes in. So you got
Bundles.
You got bundles. You got two ways of selling dope. And like I said, I don't want to be too graphic, but you got two ways of selling dope. You can sell it through the regular way, like they do the wax paper, and it comes in what they call quote unquote slices. And the slices come in what you call quote unquote bundles. The street terminology for a bundle is called a bunny rabbit. Because it's referred the long slices that come inside the rubber band pack is referred to as bunny ears, like the rabbit ears, because they're long packs. So, yeah.
Oh, because Maddie act like she didn't know what she was talking about.
Nah, she knows exactly.
Yeah,
what
she knows
about.
exactly.
You know that she did not answer the question.
Right. She laughed it off.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what you like. I said, she's smart in that aspect of things. She knows what to, like I said, and that was one of the first things that I knew. That's how when I first got on here, I was able to say she's not able to say that she like in methadone. You get bottles. You gotta take you. It's different ways to know that you're in methadone. Like I said, I'm in treatment. Wife, she's an RN at the treatment clinic and she's in treatment. You know what I'm saying? So like we got different procedures. You know, you got Vivitrol, it's a shot, you get a little dosage bottle, you know what I'm saying? You get syringes.
Yeah.
When you got methadone, you get bottles. You have to have access to a lockbox. You have to have a miniature key to go to your lockbox. It's
she's not on
regulations,
methadone.
You know
yeah. She never was on methadone.
Hey,
where she's
Jacqueline
at.
Marie,
Like
I'm sorry, Jacqueline
That's
Marie
what Gail
says
said
that
when
when
she
she
said,
says
I
coffee,
need that dog
said
food. Oh, shit.
Jacqueline Marie says when she says coffee, she tells her mods to say coffee. That way people will, if she really means drug. That's what Jacqueline Marie just
I thought
posted.
she meant Folgers
yeah, it
coffee.
is. No,
No, see,
coffee,
that's what I'm
coffee,
saying. She has
coffee.
so many
Listen,
people.
listen. Coffee is
Oh my
all right. What
goodness.
what color is
Oh,
coffee? What color is coffee?
Brown.
Black,
brown, yeah.
Most coffee, most good coffee
I
brown.
have
is
a Keurig
brown
brewer,
coffee,
so yeah,
right?
brown, it's brown. It was
All right.
Yeah.
One of the most potent mixtures of
goodness.
dope, and it was one of my favorite mixtures, other than what they call gray death. When I was
Black
using,
tar.
that's what I would go for. I know I wasn't a
Black
black tar
tar.
person. It's too sticky and it's too potent of a smell for me. But
Yeah.
one of the best mixtures of the dope is referred to as coffee. It's got that brown tint to it, and it's where you have carfentanil, not regular fentanyl. It's where you have carfentanil, you have regular dope, and then you have what they call trank, and that trank is popular up in the Philadelphia area, and it's starting to go west now. So I could understand why they're getting it, but they have access to it. So when you take those three mixtures and you mix them up, regardless, they always create a brownish tint to it, and that's what they regulate and refer to as coffee.
Yep.
Thank you. Angie,
Like I
thank you
said,
for
I
your
mean, I've been
platform.
there. You know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah.
just,
I had no
I
idea.
don't mind answering it. I've been through a lot. Like I told you before, I got a shit ton of stories. I mean, I don't mind sharing them. But
This
as
is what
far
we
as
need in
questions,
order to this is what we need in order to educate people. And I appreciate
Exactly.
Angie.
Yes.
I appreciate Sharon. I appreciate the lady. I don't know your name, sweetheart. The beautiful lady from
Amy.
Australia, Amy. I appreciate you guys for coming
Amy.
on here. Amy.
Hey, Amy.
Yes. I
Sorry.
appreciate you all.
And also,
Thank you
Hey,
so
Amy.
much.
Yes.
We
Thank you.
appreciate you
Thank you.
too.
Well, thank you guys, because this is what we need. We have people that are uneducated to this, and they have
Yes.
no idea.
Yes.
So they take it
Yep.
and they use it, and they sympathize with her, not
Yes.
understanding that she's running game.
Yep.
like I said, and the crazy part about it is, and I know it's hard to believe, this is where I know that she's still not too lost. So I feel like if we act as one, if I as a person, if Angie as a person, Amy as a person, Sharon as a person, everybody as a person changes their narrative individually, and then we unite and we make one big power to change the united narrative, then it'll be way more like I was explaining that last time. If we give her no choice and no out, no out, then she don't have a choice but to take the
Yeah.
opportunity to go get the help. You know what I'm saying? And like I
Okay.
said, I explained
But
it before. She's in a better position than I was at my worst. Like she's
yeah.
able to at least get up. There were days she's able to get up. She's able to, even though she looks like Skeletor, she's able to
I know.
sit in front of a camera and at least beg. She doesn't have to resort
Yeah.
to holding a sign or flying a sign. Like there were so many days that I couldn't get out of the fucking bed that I was so dope sick. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
she
Well,
has a
that's
long
because
way
she
to
has.
go. Go ahead.
Yeah, because people keep feeding her money. She don't have to be dope
Yeah,
sick. When she gets
you're
dope
right.
sick, all she has to do is turn on YouTube and ask for money, and people feed
And
it to her.
YouTube ain't going no
So
place.
And
yeah,
like
no, you're
like I
right.
said,
And then
this,
after
right?
she
YouTube
gets
ain't
it, she
going nowhere.
disappears.
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly.
Oh,
No
that's
link.
always the case. When
It's crazy.
she's getting it, or when somebody says that, like I said, if you start paying attention, looking at the stuff that I do, like your eyes would open up to a whole different, mentality and terminology of things, and seeing the things that most people, like the regular eye, wouldn't see the shit that I've already just touched on. You know what I'm saying? Now that I've touched on those things, now that I've pointed those things out, however many people in this chat now, when they go watch the next live, the only thing that I request is every bit of knowledge that I'm giving you, please take that and look for those signs. So therefore you can say, oh shit, he was right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes.
you know, that's what I want, because I know that I know that I've done my justice to the community by pointing out something. You know what I'm saying?
And thank you. Thank you.
Can I just say something? And when she does get on, and when she is really depressed, she probably is really depressed, because when you are dope sick, you start crying, you get emotional.
Yep.
The dopamine in your brain, you know, it's all out of whack. And so it's quite easy for her to turn on the tears, because literally when you're dope sick, you do feel like that. You know, I used to cry.
Wow.
Completely.
That was the most. That was the worst part of my my withdrawal was the depression.
Yeah, exactly.
There's many a days to where I can tell you where I was on. I mean, and like I said, I explained that before, but like suicide mode, I can't even tell you how serious that shit is until you actually experience the dope for yourself. When I say suicide mode is heightened, like by times 2, times 3, times 4, like you really feel like you're sitting in a room by yourself, 4 corners, and everything is blank and you're a loner. But you're so warm and comfortable in that zone of loneliness that you start to manipulate your own mind. You start, like I said, you start creating your own world to now go portray to the people, to explain to them what you're feeling, what type of world, what type of existence you're in. And it sounds crazy and super euphoric and just off the wall, but it's really how you're thinking, because your receptors don't give a fuck who you are. They don't care whether you're big, small, little, black, white, Asian, you know what I'm saying? They just know that they want the drug. And once you do it once, they want it twice. And once you do it twice, they want times 4. You know what I mean?
Okay,
So that's how it works.
Let me ask you this question, okay? Okay, because they're feeding her, and this goes for everybody on the panel that's experienced this, or anybody in the chat. I want different opinions if I can get them. If I noticed that before she used to say $30 could carry her through the day. Now it went from 60 to 80. Now it's 100. Let me ask you this: once she has progressed to the amount that she's used to now, will she ever go back to, like, I mean, if people cut her off, will she get dope sick quicker?
Yes.
Does she have to put it this way? Does she have to use more often now?
To answer that, I don't know if any of you guys want to chime in and answer that. I can only give my personal. So if anybody else,
I want a lot of opinions.
If anybody else wants to answer before me, they can. I can give you my personal, and it's very graphic, but I think it'll answer it in entirety.
So opiates in general, that's the nature of it. The more you take, the more you need, and your tolerance just gets more. You can handle more and more and more and more and more. Then if you don't get that amount, then you're not getting that same high, and sometimes actually being withdrawn, you're not getting. Well, I was on my medication. If you're not getting that out now, Q, you can probably tell them all about the fentanyl. Mine was more, you know, opiates, but that's what.
Yeah, I was just on pills too.
Yeah.
So to answer it just from my experience, like I said, I was strictly dope until fentanyl came in, and I went from fentanyl to fentanyl, and that was my new wife until I found my current wife now. So, but like how it works is when I started on pills. Most people do. Most people start on pills. I was a pain management patient. You know, I had an old bowling injury from college, you know what I mean? And, you know, it is what it is. I didn't want to have surgery, so my option was pain management, you know? So I started on the little 512 little circular white pills, you know? It's regulated. You take this many a day in between 4 to 6 hours. All right, well, after a while, that pain starts your tolerance starts getting high. So your pain starts to sharpen. It starts to high. You notice that when you take one, you'll start feeling that sharp pain again. Way before you won't be going through the drowsy stages of things. You won't be falling asleep, or what we as dope fiends call zombie mode, or you won't be, walking dead anymore, or whatever the case may be. So what happens is, the more you take, it's kind of like methadone, works now. So the more you take, even though methadone is one substance, it's in a volume. So that's kind of how dope is. If you take a gram of dope, just like if you take 30 milligrams of methadone, and take it, you're gonna get used to it, at a certain time. They say statistically, it takes 3 days, 72 hours for your body to become totally dependent. But it takes 21 days for your body to completely flush and detox away that dependency of a drug. So just
how many days?
3 days. It takes 3 days to become totally dependent on a drug. So if I do 3 grams, or if I do a gram for 3 days, that gram is going to be now something that I'm going to need every single day. Now, if I go and I try, like you were asking, if I go and I'm going to taper myself down, like Maddie says all the time, I'm going to taper myself down, and I don't need rehab's not for me. I can do it on my own. Fuck out of here.
Oh no.
I tried that shit.
No.
And literally, like, when it's cool until you hear your stomach go, and then you go, oh, fuck no. And then you run to the toilet, and you run to the toilet, and then you realize, damn, okay, I'm cool. It's only coming out of one end. But then when it comes out of one end, and it starts coming out the other end as well at the same time, that shit's unbearable. It's like sitting in, I guess the only way I can really explain, it's almost like kind of sitting in a jail cell without being checked up on, and knowing that you're going through issues, or knowing that you just got your ass whipped from your cellmate or something. You know what I mean? It's like an unbearable experience. You know what I mean? So it's not possible. Even if you try to take a gram and say, okay, I've been using a gram for, let's say, for like me, when I started at grams, I mean, just like I told y'all before, I got up to using an 8-ball a day. So I was heavy in,
Wow.
When I did that before,
That's a lot.
It's a hell of a lot. And like I said, like, I've been that person. And like I told y'all, I think that what makes it so easy for me to talk about it is that my whole entire usage, I was honest with myself and honest with those around me. I lost a lot of people in the process, but one thing that I could never, and one thing that nobody never could say about me as a character, as a person, and now that I've overcome it, a lot of people have the utmost respect for me. That's why I feel like I'm able to come on channels like this, talk the way I do, carry myself the way I do. You know what I'm saying? Because so many people have, I got public figures that come up to me and be like, yo, like, if you can see yourself like now from like 7 years ago, like, how the hell did you go from like trying your first thing of dope when you was like 260 pounds, and then when you went into rehab on your intake day, I was 178.
Crazy.
I lost over 100 pounds.
That's crazy.
And that's just off of dope, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, you look at it and you go, you try to be the person that goes, all right, I know I got the willpower to do this, so I'm gonna go from using a gram to using a half a gram. So this is what happens. You try to use a half a gram. You buy the gram, but you split it in half. You go, all right, I'm gonna use a half a gram. You use a half a gram. This is what you not realizing. Physically, you just need a dose. It's not even, you don't need a whole gram. You just need to have the drug present inside of you, not to go through the physical withdrawals. But it's going to be the fact that you know in your mind, that's why a receptor kicks in. Receptors is a psychological thing. You know that you got the other half a gram sitting somewhere secure, and your legs gonna start shaking. Your hands gonna start twitching. Shit's gonna start getting all sweaty and moist around you. You know, you're gonna start stretching and yawning. Your bones gonna start aching because it's almost like a radar system. It feels and detects. It detects knowing that that drug is that close to you. It's a psychological thing. So it's no way that you can physically say, oh, I'm going to do it on my own. The only way that you can combat with that is by going through a complete detox like they do medically, supervised, or going into a MET program, which is like Vivitrol or like methadone, and that's the only way you can combat against it, unless you want to deal with the withdrawals, because it's gonna
She's
happen.
going through methadone next. Who knows?
Oh, she said today. She said today
first, then methadone could be.
But to answer your
but
question,
she said no.
She needs
She said
$100
today that
now
she's
because
already
that's how much-
clean.
What?
She
No,
is
she's
not
not.
clean. Oh my God.
Exactly.
Girl.
She said today. She said She said it's hard
this is
staying
how
clean. That's what she
this is
said
how
today. It is hard staying clean with all this stress.
Oh
this
my.
I heard her say that, but this is how
Yeah,
I
she
know that
said it. And
this
I
is
was
how I
like,
know
when did
she's
she
not.
get clean?
This is how I
She
know
got
she's
clean
not.
overnight.
If you paid attention in her chat today, you saw a guy that was commenting in her chat. His name was Paul. I'm not sure what his last name. I think it was like it started with a D, but his first name was Paul. I think his last name started with a D. It's there, so you guys can go do the reference. But
Yeah.
his first statement, he didn't hate how you was doing or anything. He's not a mod or anything, but I think he jokingly, because I jumped in his shit. Like, I had to go find out who he was, and I had to go look him up on Facebook, because I was like, yo, if you enable her, like, that's ridiculous. So he was literally at the point to where he was saying, hey, I'll Western Union you $200. This is how you know. This is how you know that Maddie is starting to feel a little guilty, per se, for what she does, because she goes, I don't need 200. I only need 100. If you send me 100, because she wasn't thinking when that shit came out her mouth.
Oh,
so
she
goes,
think.
I don't need 200. I only need 100. And when she says that, he goes, well, I'll send you 100 now. And you notice how she did the whole eye roll around, like the whole 360 thing? And she was like, okay, well, I'll stay online while you do that. But you notice how she started texting right away? That was her confirmation.
Her fingers were going a million miles.
Right. That was her confirmation that she was reaching out to one, the dope man. She was reaching out to two, Gerald. Hey, I'm on the way to go cop. I'm about to be on the way back home. This person is about to send me this. And she only needs 100 because in Detroit, the bundles only cost $100. And
but this is what I think.
So
okay, hold on.
Apartment. I don't know.
This is what I think.
Do you believe that there's an apartment? I don't know.
No, it's not.
No, there's not an apartment.
She's moving to. So this is the facts of that. And like I said, I can only be grateful because, like I said, me having a almost 3 o'clock in the morning conversation with a local, and I give huge shout outs to Kimmy for that, because she reached out to me when I told her to hit me up. So Kimmy reached out to me on Facebook. She called me immediately, and we talked. We talked for like hours. And I was telling her how to do it, how to look it up, this, that, and the third. So what we are in the presence of trying to, I guess, prove to people like you and I or everybody on YouTube that sees and enables her is the fact that what I feel like happened is Gerald knows somebody that's moving out from wherever they're at right now. He knows that they're gonna move out before their what do you call it? Before their contract or before their lease is up. You know, when a person moves out before their lease is up, what happens? The electricity is still on until X amount of days, right?
Oh no, I can't.
Right. That's what happens, right?
I don't know.
Like the most of the time when a person,
Unless you get it cut off.
Right, you have a lease and you're renting from somebody. Like most bandos, they get abandoned because somebody's renting from somebody. They don't
And
pay
you
the
don't
bill.
pay
They
your
just
rent.
leave.
You turn your
Right, and you just leave. When you leave, it takes a minute, especially in a place like Detroit. It takes a minute for the power people or for the landlord or for whoever to come out, shut the shit off. You know what I'm saying? So in that process, Gerald is smart because he's out networking with everybody, this, that, and the third. He knows somebody that's moving. He's going to catch the tail end of that contract. What we're going to see is them moving to a house that still has electricity for maybe about a week or maybe a couple days. They're going to do a home tour. This, that, and the third. When that power gets shut off, guess what? They've already showed the world what they want to see. They already showed us a home, quote unquote, tour or whatever of what they got. So they can make it, they can get people to send, a couch, or they can get a donated, whatever from a local person, or get a bed, with the bed bugs or whatever.
Yeah,
they
she's
got,
already got pots and pans. She's already got pots and pans, and she's got a air fryer coming.
So they thing is, that's gonna be their first. That's why she been so gun ho. You notice how. But look. If I wouldn't have told you that, you wouldn't have been. That wouldn't have been something that would even register in your mind to think about.
No. And you know what else? Let me say this real quick. A lot of people are sending her these $100. The reason I believe the tears were for was because she was so happy that the drug man wasn't going to beat her ass because she owed him for the night before. Okay?
Yep,
So she needed that money. She knew that she could get that money from her subscribers. So she's got high all night long off of the drug dealer. And that morning, he wanted his money. So she was texting him back to tell him, I got your money. I'm on my way.
You know what, though? The only thing I would say to that, and that's a very, very good point. But the only thing I would say to that is, Maddie, she don't give a fuck about taking an ass whipping when she owes somebody for a debt.
Nah, because she didn't took one for $10.
I know
I know.
And she's been on Chosen One's platform twice.
Yes.
She done got her ass whipped by the dope man
for $10. For $10.
And she sat there
step up and be a man and take his own ass whooping.
And she sat there in that interview and quote unquote, she sat there in that interview and word for word said, "Oh no, yeah, we took care of the debt. It's all good. It was just a misunderstanding. It was just a misunderstanding." She was smiling and shit. You know what I'm saying? So she don't that showed me that she, like, if that means the difference between saving $5 or $50 or $100 or whatever and taking an ass whipping, like, she would have took that ass whipping. So I don't think it's that. You feel me? Because if she didn't took an ass whipping for $10, she definitely gonna take an ass whipping and save $100.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah, that's true.
Like, so I don't think that's that. You know what I mean?
But I mean, maybe she didn't.
Like I said,
maybe it was just something she came up with to get dope for the day. I don't know.
Exactly.
No, because they've been going to the same. They've been going to the same person that they've been going to for like the last 6 months. He just got locked up 3 days ago, and if you go look at.
Wait a minute. How do you know he got locked up?
What the drug?
How do you know he got locked up?
Listen, I told you. I'm deeper. I'm deeper than what you think. You feel me? Just because I'm in Central VA don't mean that I ain't doing. And Angie, you can vouch for this. When I first came on here, And Amy, you can too. I go hard when it's for shit like this. You feel me? So, like, I just want the people to know the truth and be able to expose the person that's using the community.
Exactly.
I had to figure it out. I had to figure it out on my own. So I feel like she had to figure it out, or she needs to figure it out on her own as well. Nobody enabled me. I had to figure out a way. So I feel like she should have to do the same thing.
Exactly.
But this is how you factually figure that out. 3 days ago, go look at her, and I want everybody to do that as soon as we get off here tonight. Go look at her chat 3 days ago. She didn't go live 3 days ago until the evening time. She didn't go live. She didn't go live in the morning. 3 days ago, she didn't go live in the morning like she does every single morning.
Every morning.
She goes live every morning. 3 days ago, I got it pulled up. 3 days ago, she didn't go live until 3:45. She didn't go live until 3:45. So you go do the research. Like I said, I had a conversation with an individual that's local there. Kimmy's local there. She knows the people. She's an addict just like me. So she knows the people there. Every drug dealer is known by almost every addict, or they have. You get what I'm saying? You're gonna want to go to the most known drug dealers. Why? Because they have a reputation of consistency. You're not gonna want to go to somebody that you don't know shit about, and then you die. You get what I'm saying? So, so if you go look at it, getting locked up is public record. She just typed in, just in the arrest.org, typed in Detroit, Michigan, and lo and behold, dude's first and last name right there. He got locked up at 5:52 in the morning, not 6:45. He got locked up at 5:52 in the morning. And hold on, let me scroll up.
Angie, make sure
he got out.
Your number.
He got locked up and booked in at 5:52 in the morning.
Oh my!
And then he got released at 12:36. So from 12:36 until 4 or to 3:45, she had enough time to get with him, get her fixed, which she was probably super fucked up and super going through withdrawals at that time, because she either hadn't had nothing all morning, and or she had to do the horrible reality of going to the next dope man just to get enough until she got to her regular person. You get what I'm saying?
Wow.
So like it's all there. It's all there for you to see with your own eyes. But you just have to be
you just
willing
have to
and
put
be
it together
subjected
and
to it.
actually watch. Right. Yep.
Angie.
Yes.
I really need you to answer Purse Lady's questions in the chat, saying what's the difference between Sharon and Maddie, and there is huge differences between Sharon and Maddie. Do you want to explain that? Because I'm just getting angry.
Okay. The difference between Sharon and Maddie. Okay, Maddie gets on there and she manipulates, she lies, she cheats, she steals. She's stealing from people. She's scamming people. Sharon does not get on there, lie and scam, and Sharon don't even ask for money. She has content that people can watch, and that she has a YouTube channel, so people donate
and it's
to her
enjoyable.
Channel. Yes. People like to watch.
Her. Yes.
I do too. I love her.
Sharon's attitude.
She travels,
totally
she
different.
goes places.
And she has
she actually does the mukbangs that she says she's gonna do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The problem is, Purse Lady, you're not helping her. You are killing her. You're not helping her one bit. You are part of the problem. And when she does overdose, when she does overdose and she does die, I think all y'all people that send her money should be held accountable for her death.
They can be in the state of Michigan. I've already investigated it. They can be they can be charged with accessory to manslaughter.
Yep, I believe it should happen.
Yeah, I looked that up too. That's the only reason why I knew that.
Accessory to involuntary manslaughter. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And in,
let them keep
in
on. I'm
Detroit, if
keeping
I'm
records of
mistaken,
all of it.
that's a
Yeah.
class 3 felony, if I'm mistaken. But if, like I said,
But
you
they
got
keep
two,
doing it
and
and doing it and
that's
doing
one
it. They're
reason.
not stopping.
That's one reason why she's smart enough to not allow a person like you and I or the next common person be a moderator unless she knows you. And that's one of the reasons why you have to understand and believe that Gerald's using the secondary phone. They got a government issued phone. The phone that he used is
Yeah.
a government issued phone. They get free
Because her
money
phone, her
for it.
dad pays
Yeah.
the bill. But the other day she
The
asked
the
for
phone
money.
the phone that she's using, her
Her
dad pays the
dad pays
bill
the bill
for it.
for.
Yes,
The
Yeah.
her
phone
dad
that
pays the bills, but
the phone that Gerald has is a government assisted
Yep.
phone where they get the
exactly.
unlimited data and unlimited minute and
Yes.
unlimited text every month because
But
they're giving it out for
but
the
the point
COVID.
I'm making is the other day her dad pays her bill. This is the point I'm making. The
Mhm.
other day her dad pays her bill. She stated this several times, okay? And the other day she came on early that morning. She couldn't think of anything to say, but she said, "Oh, I've got to figure out how I'm gonna get my phone bill paid." That only
Honey.
lasted 2 minutes. That lasted. Then somebody sent her money. Then she went on, "Oh, I'm so hungry. What's for din? What's for
And
breakfast?"
I know. Yeah. Right. Okay.
Uh,
Purse lady, your question is why can't you help who you want to help? You can
because
help her. Just don't send her money. Send her, maybe go buy her. If someone wants to pay her phone bill, pay her phone bill. Don't send her money for her to pay her phone bill. The
Exactly.
apartment
This
money.
is this is
Should she,
this is how you
someone
help.
should have
Just
paid
like
her apartment.
Well, this
just like you said, she had the lady that went on, or quote unquote, for some reason the app wasn't working that particular day that she was quote unquote sitting outside the Burger King, which I know for a fact that that's where the dope man works at. But like I
Yeah.
said, that's just from me doing research of my own. But yeah, so
and
she was
first
quote
lady,
unquote outside of the Burger King. But notice how the one day that somebody says that they're going to use the app, and coincidentally, out of all the other times anybody has used the app, this one time, because they were sending a substantial amount of money, enough amount of money for her to buy a bundle, now the app doesn't work. So you're just going to have to send it to her directly or through Venmo or through Cash App.
Well, I have bought her food before one time when she first got her YouTube channel. And the way I did it was I told her, I said, you walk, this is when COVID first started, everything was shut down but the drive-through. I said, if you go to the drive-through, I will call there, I will order the food, I will send you the money when you get to the window. And that's what I did. When she got to the window, they told me how much it was. I sent it to her Cash App. She paid for it right then. I saw it. But you
Okay.
just giving her money to
I
pay
gave her
this.
money too. I have gave her when I first started my channel and she had started hers, right? She wasn't nothing like when she first started, she wasn't nothing like she is now.
Oh no,
She
no.
changed. She turned into something
Yes.
that
Oh, yes.
just something
entitled.
horrible. Yes.
Entitled.
And so I helped her. I thought that she would actually change. I thought that she wanted out, But then once I
Exactly.
offered her a place to stay and I offered her a place to come get clean and get on methadone and start her life over, and then I was going to send her back home.
So have I.
So you know what? She didn't want that. That's when I had enough. I was like, I'm done with it. Why am I
And
going to help someone that don't even want to help themselves?
Exactly.
She told
first
me
lady,
she told me she could build her on. She said, when I offered her help, I said, Maddie, I sent her a private message. I said, Maddie, I am willing to help you. I said, I will help you get on your feet. I will help you get on rehab treatments. I will help you get a place. I will even give you a car. And all you have to do is keep up the maintenance and keep up your insurance. I will give you. I said, all you have to do is say yes and come. And
Yep.
I said, even I will come to you if you were willing to do this. She told me, no, if you want to help me, just send me some money. And I said,
Oh,
excuse me? She
what?
said it again. If you want to help me, she said, send me some money.
That's all
And
she
then,
wants.
then after I sent her my Cash App, a couple of days later, I kept getting requests for $10, $20,
Oh,
$10,
no.
$20. It kept sending me requests until I blocked her. Now she
Oh,
can't
my
request
That's
anything.
horrible.
Okay,
That is
so
horrible.
that's what you're
Peep
dealing with.
this. Peep this.
That's what you're
This is
dealing
what
with, people. And when you're
this is
feeding
what
her, when you're giving her this money, all you're doing is enabling her and you're killing her. The stuff that fentanyl, if you look, check out a YouTube channel called the Kensington, what's his name? Kimba, but he does it on Kensington in Philadelphia.
Are you
Go
talking
look
about?
at,
Are you talking about Kim Gray?
yes,
Kim
him.
Gray? Yeah.
Yes, go watch him. Okay, go watch the YouTube, the Kensington thing where he does it on the streets, and you will see the effect that this stuff has on them. The reason you only see Maddie so often is because Maddie is in hiding when she gets high. Because go back and look at the video of them at the grandmother's house. How she reacted when she was high, how she had no use of her body, no control of her body, how everything
Yeah.
was just funny. Go back
Yeah.
and
She
look at
was.
that.
Yeah.
what I will say is the dope in Detroit, and this is not just to kind of touch on what you said. So they know, I know I'm just meeting you for the first time tonight, but Angie and them know where I come from originally. So they know that I came from, I do work with AML Film and I do work with Lego, which is Surviving Kensington. So I do a lot of work with people
Oh,
in Philadelphia. So, and that's only because my wife is from up that area. So, and to go up there as much as we do and try to reach and connect and being a mod for both of those channels, you're right. You literally in the Badlands, you literally see walking zombies. Like if you had to really have a reality of what the Walking Dead on TV looks like the real shit of that is in Kensington, Philadelphia. You know what I mean?
exactly.
So, but the truth of the matter is, the dope is way stronger there because it's strictly fentanyl and strictly trink there. There's no heroin there. So what I will,
Well,
and this
she
is
said
bad.
she's addicted to fentanyl. She admitted that her jug of choice is fentanyl. She said that. She said it's not her. She does heroin, but she prefers
Right.
fentanyl. She has said that.
You notice how I just sat here and I said in the beginning that I'm aware of that because if you notice, I just said it a moment ago that the mixture that she uses, the coffee, quote unquote,
Uh-huh.
is heroin, it's fentanyl, and it's mixed together. You know what I'm saying? So that's the
Okay.
cutting agent. That's the cutting agents that they use to what they call stretch the dope, or to make the dope last longer and make them better profits and not have to give as much. You get what I'm saying? Or make the
Right.
dope person come back quicker. So the in turn, the dope is not as strong, but the dope lasts longer in Detroit than it does in Philadelphia. But Angie, she's always made it very, very, very aware, and she paints a picture very cut and dry. A lot of people don't like it, but she is really, really, really good with pointing out the obvious. Maddie is very quick to put on a pair of glasses, but the stupidity in her doesn't realize that when you put on glasses, if you're going to wear glasses, make sure that we can't see you through your glasses. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So
Sharon calls her out for that.
when you look into her eyes and they're closed, and you notice her head is moving in a forward motion, and her mouth opens in like almost like a limp situation, you know she's
Exactly.
nodding off. You know what I mean? And then you like drug or dope people are very quick to, and I used to be a master at this, especially with cutting hair. I would nod out quick, but I'd be quick to catch myself on the drop of a dime and pretend like nothing never happened. You know what I mean? Like that
Right.
was, she's good at that. You know what I'm saying? So she knows that she's dealing with the public, so she knows that she can't nod out. And this is why, now maybe this will make sense to you. This is why Maddie does crack as well. When you use crack, right behind dope, it's called speedballing, but allows you to feel the effect without nodding out completely. So she'll still be able to be aware enough to talk to us as the public eye, but she'll still be high as shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can I intervene one moment? Vivi, we haven't heard from you. Can we get your input on what you've been hearing? Angie, I'm not trying to take over your show, okay? I'm
Oh,
just
you are
curious.
good. Y'all are good. Y'all just talk.
Well, thank you. I'm sorry.
No,
Vivi,
that's
I
me.
really want your input.
I try to tell you ahead of time before I even come on here. I know you'd be like, oh damn, this dude coming again. We may as well make it about him.
No, but can we get Vivi's opinion? She's been up here for a while and we haven't heard
She
her.
has, yes. She don't.
Can I hear
Well,
what you have to say or what you're thinking?
I'm absorbing it all and I'm learning. I said to Angie a long time ago on one of the comments, I mean, I've never done drugs, never even smoked a cigarette, but I did have a brother, God rest his soul, that did do crack, I think somewhere mid-90s, but maybe 5 years he was addicted. But other than that, I've learned a lot. I mean, the one thing I'm realizing that you cannot believe what when
Everything
someone
you
is
hear. Yeah.
addicted, you can't believe what because this when I saw that earlier with Maddie, I was kind of like, wow, because she seemed like she really was maybe getting a place, maybe going to rehab and changing. And the first thing I'm
She
thinking,
is. They're getting another band though.
she
Yeah, I
is she
could
going
see
to
that
rehab?
when you was on Sharon's live, I could tell that you believed her
Is she
or
going to
wanted to
rehab?
believe her.
No, she's not going to rehab. They're just getting another band though.
And
They're
the
getting
only thing,
another
the
band
only
though
thing
behind.
I was happy. I was like, honey, because my husband seen me watching this since uh around March 20, I say around March 2020. And I says like, honey, Maddie's going to rehab. Get the check. He says, what? You can't believe a word that girl says. Are you kidding? That's my
Think
husband
Smart.
was
about it.
like, you can't believe what
This
she says. He was like,
this is what I asked you to do. I asked you to think about it. If she was really, really, and this is very simple for you to do with being new to the reality of the situation. I would ask everybody, not just you, but think about it. If she was really, really, really going to give an honest effort to go to rehab, just like she said she was going to keep that promise, and she promised us to death do her part, that she was going to do the mukbang at 8 o'clock. She would have kept and held that promise until Friday at 12:30 when she was supposed to go live and reveal that promise. If that promise was really her supposed to be going to rehab, regardless on what would have happened before then, she would have kept and honored that because she would have been so excited to
right,
break that news to us. She would have really not allowed the people and us and the enablers and all the people to just say or allow her to be like, fuck it, I'm just gonna tell y'all now.
right, right. Well, I'm feeling good
We would
now. I'm
still
like,
be waiting until Friday at 12:30 and we would still be begging every single day to find out exactly what the surprise or what, you know what I'm saying, she was
so I
gonna
mean,
do
so
was.
at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, so what now? So it seems like so she's going to a new spot, no rehab. So the YouTube channel continues. The begging keeps going until it kills her. The drugs until it kills her.
Exactly.
Until it's over.
Exactly.
No one
And
wants to
then
see that.
Yep.
and you know what? It's gonna be sad when she don't come on one day and when Gerald has to come on and say that my baby's
Yep.
gone.
Exactly.
How are you enablers? How are you enablers gonna feel the day that Gerald? Because if you notice, Gerald is not as bad as Maddie.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
he's not as bad as Maddie. He looks
Mm-mm.
healthier. He looks
Yep.
better maintained. He eats
Yep.
Yes.
better.
He
So
Yes.
takes care of
therefore,
himself.
he exactly. So he's look at his teeth. Look at
Yes.
hers. And
Yes.
Yep.
And understand.
this is not to
Yes.
throw stones. This is just people making you aware of what you are doing when you contribute to her. You are
Mm-hmm.
contributing to her death, to her actual demise. You are
Yep.
killing her. If
But they
you
keep
love
doing
her,
it. So why do they
love
keep
does not,
doing it though?
I don't
yes,
know.
love does
But
not
I
Why do
hurt
don't
the
know.
people.
mods? Why is the mods doing this? The mods see what we see. So why is the mods watching this girl just die before? It's like watching someone die right before your eyes.
Yep.
Like he said, her mod's probably a girl. He just said it.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
They probably a girl or some
Wait a
friend.
minute.
Well, I don't know about Gina Faye, because don't Gina Faye send them a lot of money?
Yeah, she does. I believe Gina Faye is real.
And
What happened to Mary?
the Kaylee Zach,
Mary,
I don't
Mary.
know about her because she now
Y'all,
has a different account. I mean, you
Well,
know.
Katie Zapp was on Angie's page last week, and Kaylee was telling stuff last week on your page. You can go back and look. I do not remember which live it was, but she was telling information about Maddie on your live chat. And I tried to screenshot it, but I could not catch it.
Wow.
So
and she tries to blame it on me. She tries to blame it on me after she goes out and gives all the information. She says I'm the one that did it.
No, it's her. It's her, because I saw her. I saw her in the chat. I saw her in the chat. And that who is Jin?
I don't know.
Well, Jin, she be all over the place, and she trusts Jin, but she needs to watch Jin.
Jin is not a mod though.
No, but Jin goes from different panels talking about her, and then she gets in her face and she supports her.
There's a lot of stuff going on. There's no telling what really goes on behind. There's no telling what she does. There is no telling.
I'm muting out for a minute. I have puppy problems.
This Kimmy girl that Quincy's talking about, she knows a lot about Maddie, and so does Quincy. They've done a lot of research on it.
A hell of a lot.
Yeah.
Like I said, I just want to be the realistic person. Like I said, I've been the person that's been here. I've been in a worse situation than her. So if I can be that person to, give a open eye or open awareness, I guess, per se, to what's really going on, then so be it. Like I said, and it's not, you can't force a person to be clean until they're ready, of course. But I mean, obviously, you're gonna want the best for an individual, and the truth of the matter is, a person may just not be ready, and that's something that we as a society, we have to grow to accept. It sucks.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like
that's fine. Yeah,
do.
no, I'm okay that she's not ready. That's not the reason I make the videos. The reason I make the videos is because it's not right what she scams people. If she's not ready, that's not, she needs to be honest.
Their eyes. Like Vivi. Vivi is the perfect example. Vivi is the perfect example of how people are not. They're not educated. Everybody's not educated to the drug game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so therefore, what you do, Angie, is you put it out there and you open up the panel so that we can teach.
Well, she taught me, for sure.
Exactly. So if we did one and we got that one, which was Vivi, we helped one person tonight. We've done our job. And Angie and Sharon, I applaud you. Amy, I applaud you. Sir, I applaud you, because when we put information out there for people to learn what we are doing, if we save one life, if we can get one person not to send her money, that could be add a day on to her life.
She's right. Okay. I was feeling sorry for that girl this morning.
Yeah. And
I'm glad I will not ever do it to no one.
Thank you. Thank you.
Never.
Thank you. Thank you. That's all we need. We appreciate you, Angie. Keep doing what you do, and I will keep coming and back.
Thank you. So, guys, okay, I guess that is going to be the end for our live tonight. Okay.
Thank you for having me up.
Awesome.
Yeah. Hey, we'll be back on Friday, and then Amy's got a big surprise for y'all guys. Amy, are you still here? Hello, Quick Vic. Hey, I still gotta fix you. I forgot. Yeah, she must have got off. But Quick Vic, I haven't forgot about you. I will fix your thing. I'm sorry, I did forget about you actually. But I will.
Okay, Quick Vic. Thank you, Quick Vic.
Oh, there's Amy. She's coming back on.
Thank you, everyone.
Yes, yes, thank you.
Where'd you go,
Make
Amy?
sure y'all check out my channel so I can get to
Put
go
your link
live,
down,
and then I will
Quincy.
start it. I told you I don't know how to do that.
Okay, hey,
It's
okay.
it's my name.
Comment.
It's my name. I can't do that. Remember?
Okay,
Gina
spell it because
can do it.
I
Gina's in
can't
chat.
see it. Spell it for us, Angie, because I can't see it.
Okay.
Yeah, I
his name.
can't either.
Okay.
It's
Spell your
just the
name.
hashtag Q. It's hashtag Q the barber. So
I can't let Angie do it because I can't understand you, darling.
Type it in the comments, Quincy.
I can't. Remember, I told you I took off
okay.
the
Okay,
stream.
here I will. What's it called?
It's
Hashtag?
my name. It's hashtag. It's the hashtag. Then it's Q the barber with the
Okay.
uppercase, lowercase, uppercase, lowercase.
Okay. Okay, here. I got it now.
But yeah, like I said, that's solely just so that way I'm able to go live. And once I am, it'll be a whole lot of stuff that I'm able to, because they only have so I did my research. StreamYard will only allow you to go live from a webcam platform as opposed to being able to go live from like a mobile device or like a tablet or something of that nature. So
there we go. Gina's got it. Here it is. I'm gonna put it right here. There we go. I
yes,
spelled it a little
thank
wrong.
you,
Okay.
Gina.
Thank you, Gina. Okay.
But yeah,
awesome.
just subscribe to that. That's my YouTube. Check me out. I greatly appreciated those that did subscribe last time. I appreciate it. I enjoy being here. I enjoy sharing information. Anything anybody wants to know, feel free to ask. I'm definitely here to answer.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. And hey, we'll be back on. Hey, I wanted to talk to you, Quincy, about the coat drive. I tried to message.
I commented you about that. It's
Did
November the 19th.
Did you email me?
Yeah. No, I commented you.
Okay. See,
I sent you a
comments I don't get. Let me write it down. Okay. What is it?
All right. So the coat drive is going to be November the 19th, and we're asking for any adults or youth. We're trying to support the youth as well as the youth, the homeless, and the less fortunate, as well as used coats, new coats, anything that you have. We're asking people to donate to the P.O. Box. The P.O. Box is capital A, capital M, capital L, capital F as in film. So it's AML Films with an S. And the P.O. Box is P.O. Box 39076. And that's Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And the zip code is 19136. We're going to be doing the code. I'll be coming from BA to go up there. My old lady will be up there. I'll be with Malcolm Lewis, which is the owner and representative of AML Films. I'll be with Lego, which is Surviving Kensington. We'll have a bunch of people. Tommy D is coming up, talking with Tommy D. It's going to be quite a few people there.
That's awesome, man. I wish I could be there. It's going to be a bunch of us there.
So
I know.
We'll be there. It'll be so they have a community center. It's almost kind of like a school, like a recreation place that's near the infamous Needle Park or McPherson Park, as some of you guys may know, which is like one of the worst places to go up there. There's a like community rec center type thing up there. And it's right around the corner from the park itself. So that's where it's going to be held at. So anybody that has it could be any sizes. You know, we need youth sizes as well as adult sizes. They don't have to be new, but everybody has an old coat that they don't wear anymore. Everybody has an old coat that instead of taking it to Goodwill, you can give it to somebody that actually can use it. You know
what I'm gonna do is go to Ross. Have you ever heard of Ross Dress for Less?
Yes.
I'm gonna go up there and buy a couple coats, to send off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Vivi, there you go, baby. Good charity.
Yep.
Anything you guys can give. And another thing that's good about Another thing that's good about AML Films, really quick, Malcolm, he just got his 1099-C, which is for tax exemption. So
Yes, yay!
you guys
It's
can
awesome.
you guys can now write that off as a tax donation, just like you would
Yeah.
for Goodwill or whatever.
See, when I was doing interviews and helping the homeless, that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna try to get one of them tax exempt, but I just couldn't do it because the way people act in my area is it's like Maddie, how she acts like I owe them something, and I just couldn't do it. I could not have them calling my phone all hours of the night, wanting me just to jump when they wanted me to. I just, I'm not, I just couldn't do it. But so I give credit to people that can, go out and help their community, and there's a few channels that go out and do it, and they're awesome channels. They're really good channels. So that's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah. It is, and isn't that something better to help with? Like
Yes.
So much money goes to her when it should be going to people that actually need it.
Exactly.
Someone that needs a warm jacket or a something really to eat. I just don't.
Do you know how many families at your local shelters that have children that need food or clothing? And if you're going to help somebody kill themselves, why not go save a life?
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Yep. Exactly.
And you can do it locally where you can see where it goes.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep. Exactly. Yep. Okay, then, guys, I'm gonna get off here, and we had a great chat Friday night at 7:30. Okay,
We'll
and
be there.
Alrighty, y'all.
I love y'all guys.
Love you.
All
Love you
right.
guys.
Love you. Bye, everybody.
Good night.
Amy, I'll text you. Jim,
Thanks for all the
Vic,
wonderful
Kelly,
advice.
Night, Amy.
everybody. Bye.
Bye. Good
Bye.
night.
Good night, guys. Okay, let me see. Let's see. Okay, guys. Now I will see y'all Friday night at 7:30, and Amy has a good night planned for y'all, so it's gonna be a surprise. Okay. AC, I forgot to put your name on the ticker, and I will put it up there. And another one, Joanne, I will put your name on the ticker too next Friday. So it was an awesome chat, and
See you later. I'll wait.
my husband said, "See you later." Okay, guys, y'all have a good night.
Wow. Come on, baby.
Huh?
I need you for a minute.
Oh, hold on, I'm getting off now. Bye, Sharon. Bye, Tia. Bye, Angel, and Amy, and everybody. Amy said, "Bye, hubby." Bye, hubby.